Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live wrap up. It is the April 2026 wrap up. We're going to talk about some new releases, and it's going to be a great time. A lot of big things came out this month, and of course, as most of the time, we've got our boy, official Joey C. Hello, Joey C.
Hello, Tony from Hack the Movies. I don't have a bit today because my movie's on the list, so I just have to be myself. I'll flex though.
Yeah, we're going to talk about your movie. I'm going to be very critical of your film.
As you should. As you should.
I'm glad you're able to do this. I know you almost were in yesterday's episode. We did 3 episodes this week. We had to do an emergency episode for Hulk Hogan, Real American, and you were texting me. You're like, Tony, I haven't finished it all. You're like, I want to be on it. I'm the biggest Hulkamania ever. I love everything he's ever done, especially all the things he said in that sex tape. And I was just like, Joey, I wouldn't admit to that. But I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
And speaking of another Hulkamaniac who thinks he never did anything wrong, hello, Gil. How are you?
Hey, Tony. Yeah, we just talked about how no matter how many times you pull that trick, I still haven't figured out the defense against it. Just deflect to something else. Hey, do you know tonight's a special episode? Do you know why?
Why?
Well, do you know what happened in the April 2023 wrap up 3 years ago to the day?
We were just talking about it. A certain Gil from One Take was a patron who never put his address in, so he never got all the merch. And he called into a show, and I said, "That's great, whatever, goodbye." Then a fan let me know that
I saw you kept kicking people off, so I was like, "Just so you don't have to kick me, goodbye." And then you cut me off.
Yeah, people forget early on when we let patrons on, a lot of people wanted to be on the show, and it broke. I think Adam got kicked out, and there were too many people in the room, and it took forever for him. That was a disaster.
Well, we were talking. I called in to talk about Mario, and now we're talking about Mario. But I'm on the show talking about it, so this is a special moment for me.
And guys, this was going to be a special episode because Crystal said she couldn't do it, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, no ladies."
I'll just unmute myself.
Why does it do that all the time? Anyway, I was very excited, but then you two both texted me saying, "Oh yeah, we didn't see Faces of Death." And I was like, well, shit, I got to get someone who saw Faces of Death. So emergency replacement. Hello, Lena, on your first wrap up. Hello, how are you doing?
Finally, I have been friends with you for years in the hope that one day I would get invited on.
You don't have to be friends anymore because you got what you were looking for.
Wait, you could have just asked at any time to be on the wrap up. I don't know why you didn't.
To ask you. I want you to ask me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
And also,
That's rule number one.
Whoa, no flexing here. No flex. What are we doing here? Lena. All right, I'm letting you off with a warning. You will go into the tunnel if you do it again. The dreaded tunnel. It comes for us all.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Yes, the April wrap up. Of course, there's my thumbnail made with AI, according to Twitter, even though it isn't. Really pissed off about that. Really pissed off that Twitter keeps saying my wrap up thumbnails are made with AI. I'm like, you sons of bitches, it's not. Unless they think Joey C is just too perfect, has too perfect of a face. No human could look like that. But yeah, shout out to our patrons. Please sign up for Patreon. We got a lot of great stuff there. I'm going to talk about some of the stuff we have in a minute. But if you don't want to pay, you could at least become a free patron. You get the free podcast feed, free videos that we upload, better notifications. It's a great time. You can even gift a membership to someone. Right now, today, I put up the Mortal Kombat Annihilation commentary track with Adam from Adam Does Movies, and it's probably the hardest we've laughed in a long time. That movie is so goddamn... Guys, that movie gets worse. You know what? I actually special ordered. There's a 2-pack coming out with the first one and this one in 4K. And I can't wait to see how much worse it gets. Because when I watched it on Blu-ray, I'm like, oh, it looks even worse than it did in the theater. Every time they upgrade it, it just gets worse and worse, and it's really hilarious. So go back and check that out, especially in time for Mortal Kombat 2 coming out. I didn't let you guys know about this ahead of time. It turns out someone's been bootlegging my merchandise.
Wait, what?
My merchandise that doesn't sell very well. Someone had the bright idea to bootleg it. I don't know. I almost feel bad. So I just want to let everyone know. I have a Teespring that I don't upload anymore because that system just totally broke and wouldn't let me upload any of my designs. There is a Spreadshirt that I totally forgot about, but that is mine. But the Retroware store, or seeing me at a convention, is kind of like the best place to get all of my merch. If it's any other website, it's not me.
Are they mimicking the same designs, or are they like curating?
They had the Tony Peaks design, and then the one had the Joker fan design, where I'm like, wow, why would you? That was done before the podcast even came out. That's a weird thing. Yeah, it was brought to my attention. I was like, what world are we living in? Why are you bootlegging my stuff?
That is a compliment.
It was kind of flattering, but at the same time, how many dozens of dollars have I lost out on, guys?
Dozens of dollars.
I'm assuming that I lost a fortune to this. So now that we fixed it, the money's going to be rolling in, and I put a down payment on a yacht. I made that joke on last night's live stream, but it was so good I had to do it again. Because you know what? I figured some people didn't want to hear me talk about Hulk Hogan. I don't know why. We all loved him. You can also book me on Cameo. Shout out to everyone who came to the Trauma event this month. We did Tony's Toxic Game Show. I danced during it. I'm really enjoying doing trivia, but me and Tim keep last minute setting up the trivia, so there's always something wrong with it. But it was very fun, very entertaining. And this week I was in New York City. Guys, I was walking here. And I went to the Sony Bravia True RGB event, and I got to see some really, really cool stuff that I can't talk about. But take my word for it, it was very, very cool. It was a fun time. I ate a giant gummy bear that was like mixed with a martini. I didn't know those things existed, but I ate one. Let's see. Now we're up to our first movie, but before that, Joey, what's the name of the game here?
Well, folks, the name of the game here is Super Chats. If you want me or the crew to whisper sweet nothings to you, send a Super Chat, and we'll do it. We'll read it. We'll flex it. We'll kiss it. Within reason, folks. This is the internet. We can't get these channels shut down.
Yes, we cannot.
We'd be homeless quick.
We cannot get the channel struck down. Please do not leave any super chats about the quartering. He is striking everyone at the moment. I will not read them. But yes,
send in those super chats, or else. Let's just say Faces of Death 2. You're gonna be featured member in that movie.
Look, it's Lena's first wrap up. Send her a super chat. We've already got one, and we all know who it's from. Yes. But you can get more. Yes. So, Faces of Death. This is a remake. Not really. It's a new movie titled Faces of Death. Yeah. It stars I wanted to say the chubby girl from Euphoria, but apparently the actress found Ozempic since then.
Yeah, have you seen her?
Yeah, she looks completely like the premiere photos. I'm like, that doesn't even look like the same girl. They've been sitting on this movie for like 2 years. So Faces of Death tells the story of a girl who works for a social media website, and she's there like flagging content. She's like approving what content is acceptable and what isn't. And I like the little kind of social commentary there where like all the sexual stuff was getting flagged right away, but all the violence, she had to think about it. Oh, like, that is funny how that kind of happens on a lot of sites and stuff. But we find out she was there for personal reasons. She was an influencer kind of girl who fucked up. So she's trying to do the right thing. She keeps finding these very well edited videos of murders. But she doesn't know what to do because they look so staged and everyone just assumes that they're staged. But the more she looks into it, the more she realizes that these might be real, and they are real. That guy from Stranger Things and that Power Rangers movie, he's going around killing people, but framing it as recreations of scenes from the film Faces of Death, which was a series of films that had real murders. Technically it didn't. A lot of it was staged. A lot of the animal killings were real. but at the same time, they were like slaughterhouses and stuff. So you're like, all right, well, I expect that to happen there. But all like the really crazy stuff, like the monkey brain and all the mutilation stuff, was all fake. So yeah, she figures out that this guy is using these remakes as a cover, and she tracks him down. She gets in too deep, and then for some reason, Charlie XCX is there. I don't know why she's there. I was waiting for her to get killed or be a bigger part, but she's literally just in the movie, so people can say what I just said. Charlie XCX was there. Since Lena was the only one who watched it, Lena, what did you think of Faces of Death?
Finally. So I just want to preface this by saying that I saw the OG one on a VHS. I was like 13 years old. I was at a party and sleepover in someone's basement, and they found it in I grew up in like the middle of nowhere, Virginia, and they found it probably in the back of some little video store. And we were convinced it was real. I mean, this movie traumatized me. So when I knew it was coming out, I pre-ordered. I was there opening night. I was so excited. And I have never been so disappointed by a movie.
I was kind of like invested for most of it. I obviously knew it wasn't going to be an old guy going like, and then I traveled in Africa and I saw this murder happen. Like, I knew they weren't going to do that, but I was kind of like interested in the whole like content moderation, as someone who's had a channel wrongfully deleted. Joey C, you were wrongfully deleted.
Wrongfully? Question mark?
Yes, wrongfully, you asshole.
Criminally.
Right after you promoted the channel, Gil. I got my eye on you. So I kind of like what it was kind of addressing, like what's going on with social media and stuff, like what kind of content we're allowing. Are we all too obsessed with it? Are we all doing crazy things for attention? And I was kind of into that, but then it lost me in the third act. When did it lose you?
So first off, the main character was so unlikable. I absolutely hated her, like from the get. So by the end, I was like, please kill her. Please kill her. And just end it with you walking away. I would love that. I thought everybody in the movie makes the worst decisions, just like the dumbest decisions. They were all extremely unlikable. I thought the whole thing they were trying to do with the commentary on social media was just shoved down your throat like you're an idiot and you can't pick up on what they're trying to do. I thought the connection to the original movie was so tenuous. It was a very flimsy connection. They were just using it to get us all into the theaters, I think. I also think that Dacre Montgomery is probably the only person that worked on his character. I feel like he did months of work and then he showed up and everyone else was like, yeah, we haven't read the script yet, because he acted circles around them.
Yeah. He was great. I actually really, really enjoyed him. But you're right. Everyone else was kind of lackluster. Even my best friend, Charlie XCX, who made an appearance in our Bottoms review on Patreon. What you said about the connection to the original, I was waiting to figure out why he's recreating this stuff. Yeah. And I was the obvious one would be like he was an obsessed fan, but then he found out that it wasn't real, so he wants to do it for real.
Right.
Or he's like, I'm just gonna do this so it's a cover, so everyone will just think it's just a shitty remake. But then he like has this weird line of dialogue. He's like, because a remake, you could get away with anything. Everyone loves a remake. I'm like, what are you talking about? Everyone hates. Most people complain about remakes and bitch that they're not as good as the original, like Lena is right now. So that whole thing went out the window for me. And I'm like, I don't think they knew how to end this movie.
Right. And not to mention when we talked about the beginning with the content moderation and like the one was talking about Narcan and how important Narcan is and how to administer it. And the video says you can't use Narcan prophylactically prior to opioid use. And then at the end of the movie, completely contradict their own writing, and she uses it prior to opioid use.
Oh yeah.
And it stops her from being drugged. I'm like, you said it in your own movie.
You can't tell us how one thing works and change it up on us.
Yeah.
The killer, he's like, problem with these slashers, sometimes they're like just too smart or too lucky to the point where it kind of takes you out of it. They're like, there's no way he could get away with. He's like, especially at the end when the cops knock on his door and there's a girl dying in his kitchen. And like, there's no way he would get away with this. The movie, sadly enough, is kind of dated because now people would just be like, it's probably like AI. But it was being made when AI video still wasn't, I don't want to say good or great, but it was before it was like convincing. Let's say that. So like if they were to make this movie now, they every character would be like, it's just AI, it's just AI, it's just AI. I still don't know what the killer's long-term plan was because he started kidnapping more and more popular people. It's like, well, at some point someone's gonna look into this.
Yeah.
Although it was kind of fucked that he worked for a cell phone company, so he's able to like track down everybody. And I'm like, man, I know there are people who do that. I know
that's
there are
the one moment where I like had a little bit of a because it was 3 clicks and he knew her address. And I'm like, okay, that's scary.
Yeah, but the torture porn stuff wasn't super into. His character, seeing him play the crazy guy, I enjoyed. His nerdy voice was great. Guys, the killer, whenever he's faced with someone, he wears like an oversized jacket to like show how, like, to hide how in shape he is. And he's like, "Oh boy, officer, I don't know what's going on. She came into my house and yelled at me." It was like a whole thing. But you're right. It just, the connection to the original is so weak. And it's just the first one. I've never watched the sequels because I think I watched the first one in college and I knew it was fake. And I'm like, I don't feel like watching a bunch of other fake videos that are trying to tell me it's real. But then again, you can say that about most things. Reality TV and shit. I kind of appreciated what it was trying to do. I think a couple more rewrites might have helped. Maybe casting someone who was a little bit more likable.
Yeah, maybe someone who can act. I mean, that'd be great.
Look, I don't watch Euphoria. Was she good in Euphoria? Does anyone know? Does anyone watch that show? I just look up Sydney Sweeney Euphoria clips on Pornhub, but I don't actually watch the show. If someone can let me know if what's her name, Barbie Ferreira, if she can act. What else is she in? I don't even know what else she's in.
I don't know.
Her roommate was kind of annoying too. Apparently she was in Nope.
They were all so unlikable. Just horrible.
Yeah, who the hell was she in Nope? Does anyone
remember? She was in a movie called
Nope?
Unpregnant.
Nice.
What the hell is, who the hell was Nessie in Nope?
I'd have to go back and watch it again.
Oh well. Not great. I would skip it. But yeah, that was kind of a lackluster horror film. Guys, let's cleanse our palate and talk about Thrash from Netflix. Thrash, the latest shark. Remember we watched a shark movie not too long ago, that Beast of War, and we thought it was like a pretty creative way to do. It wasn't really a shark movie. The shark was just like one of the things. This is the opposite of that. This is basically a ripoff of the movie Krull.
Yeah.
And by the way, I was on board with that. I was like, all right, fine. They're ripping off Krull, but it's sharks instead of alligators. Fine. I'll watch that. But you see, Krull was about like a girl trying to help her dad during a hurricane. It's very isolated. And it's very like character driven with these two characters and their relationship and stuff. And of course, other people come in to be like just bait for the gators. This movie decided to have 10,000 characters, including pregnant lady, foster home kids and their douchebag foster dad, girl who's afraid of rain, and her dad, the only actor anyone recognizes, Jamon Hansu, on a boat. It's
her uncle.
Yeah,
her uncle, whatever, on a boat to go get her. And then while this is all happening, bad CGI sharks attack them. Look, I'll tell you how bad this movie is. My grandmother watched this when we were all at my mom's birthday getaway in the mountains. She had already started it, so I had to watch it for work, but I didn't want to watch it with her. So I'm like, no, I'll watch it another time. You already started it. And she's like, yeah, it's called Thrash. And then later on, after the movie, I'm like, oh, how was that movie? She was like, should have called it Trash. And then I had to think, does my grandmother watch Adam Does Movies? I feel like my grandmother, who's never talked about my show, might be an Adam Does Movies fan, because that was the most Adam Does Movies thing I've ever heard. And right now I'm looking up to see if he has a Thrash review and if it's titled that. And while I'm doing that, Joey C, what did you think of Thrash?
Well, once again, as per tradition with this show, I often go into these movies not knowing what the fuck they're about. I just see them on the list and I watch them. And of course, it's pretty fucking bad. But it pissed me off so bad to where I texted you and Gil and said that I was like visibly angry because of the fucking girl that's like afraid to go outside. There's like a goddamn level 6 hurricane out there. And she's like, I don't think I'll leave the house. There's a pregnant lady dying in front of my fucking house, but I'll just watch from the window. Fuck you. Dude, I'm getting angry just thinking about it. It was so bad. And the acting was fucking horrible. But I'll tell you what. It was so bad in the beginning, and I was so mad that I came around to like actually kind of just being like, all right, yeah, that was just it wasn't good, but it wasn't like horrible. It was kind of just like a good background movie. Cause I got to be honest with you, my eyes were only on the TV for 10 minutes of it while I was editing the video. And Netflix did a great job explaining the script in words.
Yeah.
Visibly watch it.
This is one of those Netflix feels like ChatGPT wrote it scripts that we're all getting used to.
It's true. I mean, the effects, you said the CGI was bad. Again, I didn't watch it too much, so I couldn't tell you. But the one scene that I did visibly see was when the evil, like, foster dad got his hand bit off.
Yeah.
And it looked so bad. It looked like he was just, like, holding his sleeve. He, like, extended his fucking sleeve with, like, a fucking can of tomato soup in there. It was so bad.
Or they like shoot over his shoulder and then they're holding up the fake hand. So from perspective, it's supposed to look like his arm, but it feels like it's so far away from him. It just doesn't work.
Oh God, I'll never watch it again. But it wasn't the worst movie we've ever watched on this wrap up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I know. Like the boring normal's next. I'm kidding.
It's boring.
Gil, what did you think of Thrash?
Yeah, it was horrible. It was really bad. I mean, it was like you were talking with the motivation in, what was it, Crawl, the movie you were talking about right before this. Here, the motivation is like, there's a hurricane coming. Everyone leave. And they're all like, no. Like this, you can imagine. I mean, it always happens where you think people should evacuate and they don't. And you imagine there are life circumstances that would make that very difficult to do. And you have empathy. But then you watch this movie and you're like, leave. Why aren't you leaving? And it's just frustrating. And then, like, Lena, what you were saying about Faces of Death, where you don't like the character, the same thing here. And that's such a problem when it's all about those characters in peril. And you're like, eat them. I don't care. I will say when the characters aren't talking, and it's sometimes when it's purely the visceral experience of the town is flooded and there are sharks around, there are moments where you're like, this looks pretty good. Like, this gets the job done, especially when there aren't sharks on camera. And I'm like, that's interesting the way they pulled that off. Like all that water. How did they get that in there? And to the extent that they try to have characters, it's so ham-fisted. Like, the movie starts with her running through the rain and this guy bumps into her and he's like, you got to go inside. I haven't seen you since your mom died. You've been like a shut-in ever since then. So they each just state their character motivation and then we get into the, shark action. But yeah, it was a bad movie. So there you go.
Wait, what is Lucha Steve saying?
I don't know. I was just reading that.
Lucha Steve, what's going on?
What's happening?
I don't know.
He's typing, but he's not talking.
You're in the chat. I don't understand your super chat. Did you?
Oh, he said it was a joke.
Oh, okay. God damn it. I thought like he was asking to be on and we were missing it or something. I'm like, there, do the Patreon part. Thought I was getting yelled at. God damn it.
No,
I only have the super chat up. I'm not looking at the free chat, okay? It's a joke. Okay, awesome. Lena, the three of us didn't like it, but I'm sure you're the one who found something good in this, right?
I mean, it was free. That's pretty good.
Well, other than paying for Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, after spending $20 on Faces of Death, I was like, free. you know, I went into this with my expectations so low. I mean, so low. So like Joey said, it was just kind of on. I was doing things, I was watching. I laughed out loud. I thought the redneck white trash family was entertaining. I was entertained by them. And when he had his arm bit off and then country music starts playing, I like laughed out loud at that. I thought that was so funny. So I was rooting for those kids, but everybody else, I just did not give, I just did not care about any of the characters. I thought it was ridiculous that her uncle is a shark expert. He's literally on the water. His job is to track storms, and he didn't see this coming or like give her a heads up. And then at one point it says like your town is 100 miles away. They're in a rowboat that's slower than walking, but they're there the next morning. And I'm like, what is happening?
I just don't get the reason for like the shark attacks. It's like, well, sharks don't really like gators probably attack more people than sharks, but that number is still probably not that high. And it's like, yeah, these bull sharks are there. And for some reason, they're probably ignoring every single animal that might be in the water. And they're just targeting humans for no reason. I thought that was bizarre. And then they were like, bull sharks are technically the more dangerous, but we got to put a great white in here to make it scarier because everyone knows what a great white is.
The scene where the great white
is kind of the hero. It's kind of like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Yeah. Two things. One, I cannot believe this, but Adam's review is just called Thrash Movie Review.
Oh.
And the thumbnail says Thrash Review. Are we... What is going on with Adam? What happened to his tried and true naming format? I don't know what's going on here. Also, the director of this did the Dead Stone movies.
What happened to my camera?
I don't know. Now it's the screen. Okay.
It's just me. I'm a white icon now. Continue.
I thought maybe we offended Joey and he just left.
The director of this did the Dead Stone movies. I only ever saw the first one. They're the Nazi zombie movies. The first one was fun enough, I guess. He did Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. Which was that stupid movie from 2013. I think I have it on Blu-ray somewhere. I don't remember it too well. But he also did Violent Night, which is a movie people keep telling me to watch, and I keep forgetting every Christmas to watch it. And I know they're doing a sequel, but now I'm a little less excited. Please tell me it's better than Thrash.
Oh, yeah.
It's better than Thrash.
But a lot of things are better than Thrash.
Yeah.
Also, he did an animated film called Spermageddon, which is about like sperm. What the fuck?
Really?
We might have to talk about Spermageddon. What the hell is this?
I don't know if I
that sounds like a Boys Month conversation.
It literally it looks like a Pixar movie about like sentient sperm and shit. What the fuck? All right, we're probably gonna have to watch that. This movie is bad. It's pretty terrible. Even by Netflix standards. I mean, there's some like impressive like stunts, I guess. Like you said with the water, when it was like building up on the glass and it floods. And I feel like you could have wrote a script about any of these different characters.
Yeah.
Like you could have made a movie all about the girl who's too afraid to leave to help the pregnant girl, or all about the kids. Instead they try to do it all. And I'm like, well, I kind of hate all this. The kids tie together like 5 sticks of dynamite to kill one shark. And then when it eats the food and blows up, the explosion is just like a little poof. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess I don't know how dynamite works, but I thought that was going to be a way bigger explosion.
Well, let's talk about the birth scene. The birth scene.
Yeah, dude,
that was ridiculous. She's like, hold on, mama's got to kill a shark. And I'm like, what?
Right after like birthing. And she like cuts the umbilical cord.
No.
Yeah.
I think where they messed up was these kind of movies have to have tension. Like you have to feel like you're on the edge of your seat. There was zero tension in this whole film.
The writer's taking notes now. He's like, okay, for the next one, tension. I forgot about that. Damn it.
Yeah,
the
whole birthing scene reminded me of Apocalypto, when the guy's wife has to like birth the kid while she's running from enemies. But it was like I was more invested in that one.
Yeah,
I don't know. Lena is the only one who had kids here. How well would you be able to swim after popping one out?
There's so many things wrong with that scene. First off,
would you punch a shark afterwards?
Yeah, would you be able to punch a shark after popping 100%. Out a kid while also?
Yes. I could fight a shark, mow a lawn, save my baby. I could do anything. No, it was terrible. I hated it.
Just poop the little guy out and just go stab it.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
how it works.
No big deal,
100%.
right?
They just fall out. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you know, all this stuff would be fine if it was like a comedy almost, but it's taking itself so seriously. And I have to point out, it's a hurricane causes sharks to wash up on land. That's kind of like Sharknado a little bit. This felt like a serious Sharknado. Not as good as Sharknado, obviously. That's still the gold standard. But yeah, I would say skip. And now, by the way, I'm going to title when I clip this, Thrash is trash.
And then Adam's going to be like, damn it.
Oh, I'm going to put my face on Adam Does Movies. I'm just going to steal Adam Does Movies thumbnail. Because I'm so mad he didn't do it.
Missed opportunity.
Lena, I know you didn't watch the other movies on the list, but before you go, we usually wait till after the third thing. But before we go, I want you to read these super chats because they're for you.
Uh-oh. Where do I look?
From Fior, I'm actually covering you right now. From Fior for $5. F yeah, Lena, I love you. Hey, you want to join Kaylee on our channel for Girls Month? Nope.
Can I just say, I get these DMs all the time, and I tell them time and time again, Tony is in charge. You have to ask to stop telling me it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I have when I unless I'm doing an episode, I have all the girls on mute on the show. I'm like, I don't want to listen to them. And then he came back because he's a member. Suck it, Tony. I love Lena. Stan Lena. Okay. Lena, anything to plug before you go?
No, just go to my channel, The Beautiful Dead Podcast. Can I just say how excited I am that people can see I do talk about more than vampires. I'm very well-rounded. I know about other things.
Wait, hold on. Are there any vampire shark movies? I swear they are. There are. Oh, yeah, there's a Sharkula. I was involved with a Sharkula idea at one point, but there's a different Sharkula. We can talk about Sharkula. You want to review Sharkula?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
No, it's not. Hold on. Let me check who directed this. Mark Polonia. No, we're not doing it. I had to do a commentary track for Noah's Shark, and nope. His movies are like sub-zero budget. We'll find a different one. Thank you, Lena, for stopping by and filling in. Thank you so much.
I just want to say, as bad as Faces of Death was, as much as it hurt my heart, the fact that it got me on this live, totally worth it.
It was totally worth it.
Totally worth it. I just got to say that.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Next up. I don't know why. Joey, she claims to be a big fan of you, but she didn't watch this hit film. Next up, The Boring Normal. And what a treat for us, Gil. We have the director and star of The Boring Normal. Boring Normal is I thought was a documentary, but I think
it's called
Joey,
a documentary.
True.
Joey, I think you did a little bit of a I'm Not Here on us, like when Joaquin Phoenix made the documentary about being a rapper or something. It's about Joey C being very depressed that he's turning 30. Oh, it's so bad. Turning 30 is the worst. Wow, they make me feel like shit. You're coping with turning 30. You're very angry about it. You're contemplating life. You're skateboarding, and you make a list of things to do before it's too late.
That's right.
You feel unsatisfied and you feel conflicted about where you are in life, and then you cried like a girl. Yes, and it seems like so. How much of this is like your real feelings and stuff? Because a lot of people were concerned when they first saw this.
Yeah,
where did you get this idea?
Yeah,
where did you get this idea?
Well, I wrote it back in 2020 because I used to work in finance, and I fucking hated my life. I just want to point that out. I made a shitload of money and I fucking hated my life. It was horrible. And then COVID shut the world down. So I was home. I was getting paid to be home. And I wrote the movie initially as a play. And it wasn't starring me whatsoever. And in the play, it wasn't a musical per se, but there was like musical numbers and like there was like a whole fucking narrative, like it was a completely different fucking movie. And I filmed this movie 3 times and I just kept it to myself. I was never going to release it. And then last year, as you know, I have a show called The Boring Day in the Life. Yeah. And I was like, yo, what if I did it as a vlog? And because like I could be way wrong about this, but I've never seen a movie that was like a vlog style, like a YouTube style movie. Again, I could be way wrong. There could be a million of them, but I've never seen them. So the initial script was only 11 pages. And I would basically just like write it as I went. Because the whole movie, according to the script, was only like 20 minutes long. And I knew I wanted a lot of skateboarding in there. And I just like got into the zone of like this character and how I felt back then and just filmed for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months straight. And then the original cut, the movie's 4 hours long.
Jesus Christ. Actually, what I'm learning now with streaming documentaries, you can make it 4 hours and just break it up into episodes, like the Hulk Hogan documentary and there's a lot of like 4-part documentaries that they're just like, we shot too much. Let's just make it a series, even though it's cool.
It also sounds like the process of making a Marvel movie where it's like we had to remake the movie 3 times, cut 3 hours off the runtime, reshot all this.
It was kind of like a passion project. Like, again, I never intended to release it. And then when I did this version, I showed it to somebody and they were like, yo, you need to fucking put this out. Cause like somebody could like really fucking relate to it. So after hearing that, I was like, oh yeah, well, if it could help somebody else who feels the same fucking way that I felt, I might as well release it. And then I submitted it to a bunch of festivals and most of the festivals were like, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is this? And then I just put it out. But I sat on it for a long time.
Yeah. The fans of the show really liked it. They really related to what you were going through in there. Has the reception been well?
The reception has been really well. Again, a lot of people were worried about me personally, which I appreciate it.
I might have told you to advertise it a little differently. I wish you would have talked to me more about this.
I have a commentary track that goes into more detail on my Patreon that kind of talks about that. But almost everybody who saw it, and it performed pretty well. I'm actually pretty surprised. Almost everybody who saw it got in touch with me somehow and said like, yo, this is super relatable. I definitely feel the same way. It made me feel like not so alone because like, dude, really all I fucking do all day is sit at home and make videos. So although it was scripted, it's not too far off from reality. I'm just not as depressed.
Oh, you by yourself recording line. Like I relate it to that. It's like fucking up a line over and over and over and over again. But Gil, what did you think of The Boring Normal?
Well, I texted Joey earlier, not as I started to draft like hey man, things are going to turn around. It's going to be all right. And then I'm listening to the commentary and I was like, delete.
I appreciate it.
I had a lot of thoughts. One of them was, I am glad that you changed the story, that originally it was going to be somebody in finance, because I didn't realize until the first time we met, our life stories match so closely in a lot of ways. I was also working in finance, was also miserable. And then COVID hit. I had already started the channel, but that became an opportunity to like double, triple down on it. And if you had gone that route, I think I wouldn't have even been able to stomach watching this. There were lines you said that are things I said to myself verbatim. The only difference was the camera wasn't rolling. And then even more recently, at one part where you're like, it's a green screen day, so that's going to suck. And I'm like, 4 days ago, I almost punted all my equipment out the window. And I live on the 57th floor because I was like, I can't shoot on the green screen. It doesn't work. I can't key it out. The lighting's inconsistent, but I haven't moved any lights. So why would it have changed? But about your movie, I love the balance you struck where, I mean, the fact that so many people thought this was I mean, of course, there's an element of reality and it's coming from real feelings, but they thought this was you recording a vlog. And that at one point in the movie, you say you recorded, 100 hours, and this is the stuff that you could pull together into a coherent narrative. That feels true, even though it's not, right? Maybe you shot 4 hours, but that balance of the rawness and the feeling like it comes from a genuine place, but finding a narrative, not so much of a narrative that it strangles it, but loose enough that it feels raw without going off the rails like somebody just rambling for 45 minutes. And even on the commentary track, you talked about how, this movie isn't really about the cinematography. But even that, I noticed, this is something that could easily get repetitive, like the number of times you're speaking to the camera. But even that shot was rarely repeated. And you had the living room going through stages where it was getting messier and messier. There were a few montages, that would cut in skateboard footage and stuff, but that never felt repetitive. You felt unique ways to shoot the area around you. Like the one that you said was your favorite shot, where it's the time lapse of the sky passing past that building. Like I clocked that while I was watching it. I was like, that's a really cool shot and appropriate for this moment in the narrative. So yeah, super relatable. And I you talked about how you haven't seen a movie in this kind of vlog style. I also think, content creation as a full-time job is a fairly new phenomenon. And I don't think it's been explored that much. And there's going to be more and more people who get into that. There are kids today who say that's what they want to do when they grow up. And so I think there are stories to be told in this area, because it can be a very lonely pursuit. I mean, if I wasn't doing these live streams, then my professional life would basically be me scripting and recording. In theory, I could be by myself 24/7 if I wanted to be and still get my job done.
I'm glad I'm saving your life with these live streams.
Yeah, that's right. We could get together and talk about
and
Thrash.
all it cost you was $10 to call in the show, and now I've saved your life. Who knows how many other lives I could save?
That's right. I feel like so far the content creator characters have really only been used for horror movies, where it's like, I'm a debunker. Oh wait, this place is actually haunted, and it goes into the found footage territory. So I think this made a lot of sense from that perspective too. So it's a great job, and would love to see what else you do, and if you do more stuff in this style.
I appreciate that. I think that the other thing about this movie is it was like a big project for me in terms of like, I bought a cinema camera for this, and I started editing on DaVinci Resolve, and this whole movie was about learning how to use the camera and editing on a completely different software, and having like, I think the total was like 75 hours of footage, and editing that down, editing it to the script and then adding in all the other portions of like the time lapse and how the room gets more messy, and like that is like a visual representation of like how my brain feels. And again, I'm not suicidal, just for the record, but the feelings are real for sure. Like any artist who puts an art out of some sort of feeling, they definitely feel that in there. So I definitely feel this, but just want to make that clear.
Well, I have some notes. One, you forgot to capitalize the second I in the sentence. Two.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Shit.
I should have watched it earlier.
His character forgot. That wasn't Joey who forgot.
Joey, that's one of the reasons your character is upset. Second, I saw me in there, and then I watched the whole movie, and I'm just like, all right, he's talking about how he's got to meet up with friends. And his only friend is the camera. And I was like, at some point, I'm gonna like be a big part of making him feel better. Then I remembered that like we didn't film any of that, so I don't know what I was waiting for. I felt a little left out, Joey. A little left out. I'm like, at some point, he's gonna say that Tony turned things around and Tony's great. But you literally just included this clip where you're flexing that you have better arms than me, you asshole.
Hey, at least you appeared. It was a slap in the face that at one point Joey is editing a video that I'm in. The which one was it? The versus box office
Oh, the
battles.
box office battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could have tastefully slipped in a cameo because you were literally editing that video. But
Well, Gil, footage like that would take away from scenes like this where he's showing off his body.
Look at how many little.
and then on the
tattoos I have.
commentary track, he's like, "It's remarkable how much muscle I've added since then."
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. And how many tattoos that I don't have in this. I look like a baby.
But you know, it's a good movie when YouTube decides you talked about a complicated topic too much, so they recommend a completely different channel afterwards. Right after this, YouTube was like, watch Mystery Science Theater is the final sacrifice. Like, it's my favorite Mystery Science Theater episode.
Make you feel way better.
But yes, I'm excited to see what you do film-wise next. I don't know, it might have something to do with me, maybe.
True.
But we will see. And I hope everyone liked it. And check it out on your channel. What's that channel again, Joey?
That is official Joey C, baby.
All right. And where is this Patreon where we can listen to this commentary track?
Patreon.com/official Joey C.
There we go. There we go. All right. That was 3. Let's read some super chats here, guys. It's either Jesus Sanchez or Jesus Sanchez. We're gonna say Jesus. Jesus Sanchez for $10. What's up, Tony? I've been a huge Resident Evil fan my whole life. Seen all your reviews. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about the trailer for the new one. Looks good. God damn them releasing it so early in the morning on like in between 2 live episodes I did. I wanted to do a full trailer reaction, but the thing with trailer reactions is you need them at least on the same day within like a few hours or they're just nothing. So I will do a YouTube short talking about my feelings on the trailer and the discourse that's going on right now on Twitter over it, which is really, really annoying. The anti-woke, everything sucks Hollywood guys are really shitting on the movie for not looking like Resident Evil. And it's like, well, the last movie did that and it sucked. Well, I thought it was fine and fun, but most of you guys thought it sucked. So now they're trying. So the answer, I don't know why no one is saying this. The answer should be, we should not be making Resident Evil movies. We've tried it almost 10 times and it failed every time. No one wants to go that direction. So now they're talking about what a Resident Evil movie should be, whatever. So yes, I will talk about it in a short. I think it looks okay. I'm more excited to see it as a Zach Kreger movie than I am a Resident Evil adaptation. Fior for $5. Nelson laugh. Ha! Nelson only does 2 ha's.
Yeah, that confused me also.
Ha ha. Ha. I guess there was that one time where he did it over and over again, but ha ha. Ha ha. I got more Riz than you, Tony. Riz is like a 2023 thing. Do people still say Riz anymore?
I have no idea if they do.
We're all about 6'7" over here, okay? We're all 6'7". Oh, good guys. I can't believe this guy wasn't in last night's chat.
Hey,
Pico Jet Black for $5. Tony is the kind of man that would fail starting a diaper cult and move on to selling used boxers to feed his addiction to Josh.
I mean,
Gad
he's just
Baffa.
saying what everyone's thinking.
Why, Tony?
Why?
Pico, like, there's got
Where does he come up with these?
There's got to be a better use of your money than constantly super chatting me about a weird made up diaper fetish. And Piker Jet Black for $2. Please review Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Maybe I'll do that with Lena.
That's a great movie.
And then Lucha Steve, the super chat that confused all of us. What the fuck? You could just ask, why have I been paying for $10? Oh, because I said Lena could. All right, I got it now.
Yeah, you could
Sorry.
just ask to be on the stream. Yeah,
That's what happens
professional-
when I like look at the comment too far after I said the thing. I get
See, that's
confused.
where you got to put on your professional hat. You roll with it. You say, we'll deal with that later. You don't bring the show to a stance like, something wrong with Lucha Steve.
I need to make sure Lucha Steve is happy. And then I don't know who this person is. Never seen them before in my life. They said stinky. Fuck you, Johanna. I just watched your elderly dog. All right. I had to wake up at like 7 a.m. to give your elderly dog pills. Leave me alone.
I thought that was when we were talking about Thrash. She might have been calling that movie stinky.
Oh yeah, that could
okay.
be it. We'll give
Jenna,
her
were
the
you
benefit of the
talking? Were
doubt.
you saying that the movie was stinky, or I'm stinky?
Were you saying Boo Earns?
I was saying Boo Earns. All right. We'll get back to super chats in a little bit. Next up, or maybe we'll leave this on the screen a little bit. Maybe another super chat will come. We won't take this image off until we get a $10 super. No, I'm kidding. Next up, Lee Cronin's The Mummy, not to be confused with The Mummy 4 starring Brendan Fraser. And good job on Blumhouse tweeting every day for a week that Brendan Fraser is not in Lee Cronin's The Mummy. However, they stopped doing the gimmick right when I was trying to cash in on that gimmick, because we were doing the Green Lantern review, and every day I was going to do an Ethan Van Sciver is not in our Green Lantern review tweet until it came out, because he famously ghosted us. But then they stopped doing the joke literally the first time I did it. And I was like, thanks. Great job, Jason Blum. Yes, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Lee Cronin, of course, did Evil Dead Rise, which I thought was a very good Evil Dead movie. Tells the story about a little girl named Katie who's with her family in Egypt, and she gets kidnapped by a lady who's been holding on to a mummy in her basement that magically kills her husband. We don't know what the purpose of the mummy is or any of that. But yeah, she gets kidnapped, disappears for 8 years. They find her. A plane crashes. They find a sarcophagus, and they find Katie in it. And she's still alive. She looks terrible. She has locked-in syndrome. Her family finds her, brings her back, and they try to adjust to their new living situation. She now has a younger sister who wasn't born yet. And they're all trying to adjust to like their lives being changed. They start to notice there's some weird things about Katie. Meanwhile, in Egypt, a cop lady is trying to investigate the woman who kidnapped Katie and see what she did. And it turns out it's all part of an Egyptian curse. And demonic stuff starts happening, and she starts corrupting the family one by one. And I think everyone agrees that it's, I guess, kind of better than the last female mummy movie. Joey C, what did you think of Lee Cronin's The Mummy?
Well, there are some movies that I see in theaters, like what was that movie with the head chop off? Hereditary.
Yeah.
And when I leave the theater, I go, what the fuck did I just watch? That happened here. This movie was fucking crazy. Dude. And I'll tell you what, first of all, surface level, I kind of loved it. Loved it. I might be in the minority there, but it was fucking sick. Okay. A lot of gross scenes, very graphic. The effects looked pretty good from what I remember.
Oh god, the toenail skin rip, that dude, I wanted to throw up.
God. The skin coming off the leg, it was fucked. I was like cringing in my fucking seat. Yeah. And I'm usually not too loud in theaters, but I was out of my fucking seat like screaming.
Did you spill your Tupperware of homemade pepperoni?
Well, no, this time I actually had a sweatshirt full of McChickens because I stopped at the McDonald's after. Because these fucking movie theaters charge goddamn $15 for 4 McNuggets.
Killed the one episode. He was like, I think it was the first Omen. He's like, and I was eating my pepperoni, and I'm like, hold on, that's just not like a movie theater snack. You just let that. You thought that would just go under the radar. It's like, man, I don't know many theaters that sell chopped pepperoni.
But also the way you phrased it, Joey, where you were like, my sweatshirt was full of McNuggets. I'm picturing like a sweater like knit together with McNuggets. So you're just like,
I had it in the pocket. I just had wrapped up McChicken. So in the middle of the movie, all you hear is like, it was great.
I think we talked about a similar movie. I think we talked about when we reviewed The Wolfman. There was just a guy behind me who struggled for 15 minutes to open a bag of candy. And it was just like during the quietest movie ever. And I was like, this guy's fucking killing me. This was a win for you, Joey.
Yeah, I think I would even go as far as saying, like, in 3 years, when you ask me again about this movie, I'm gonna be like, dude, this is a fucking classic. Did
you see Evil Dead Rise, or have you watched any Evil Dead?
I have watched Evil Dead, and it's very similar. It's very, very similar, I think, in tone at least.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, I was finish what you have to say.
All in all, this is definitely a movie that I will absolutely rewatch. I think it was such a fresh take on like the tired mummy story, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, it still has like the same sort of thing of like, oh, they're trying to protect get rid of the curse, and there's a curse that you're gonna have to break of some sort, but all those tropes. But I think it was told in a very unique way. Also, I'm not a parent, right? So I don't know what it's like to like lose a kid or something. But like I remember my mom used to tell me like her biggest fear was like losing one of the kids. And like when the dad lost the daughter in the beginning and he was like running through the town, I was like pretty anxious during that scene. I think this movie did a great job having me feel the feelings that they're trying to portray.
Okay.
Great movie.
Gil, how did you feel about The Mummy?
So
Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh, okay. I was like about to jump into the 90s. I think I agree with a lot of what you said, Joey. But I feel like on top of everything you talked about, there was an additional like 45 minutes of this movie that between the craziness, between the toenail and all the spitting blood onto deviled eggs and all the insanity, there was a lot of just like, okay, the cop investigating the girl and like finding out like she's a mummy and she's possessed by the Nazmaranian. And I'm like, we know she's a mummy. They had the scene with the professor, so I know about the Nazmaranian. So all of that I found just so painfully boring.
That's fair.
But like the first 20 minutes I thought were great. Agreed, when he's running after his daughter and they have the sandstorm, so he's losing sight of her. It was very tense. But after they get her back, I feel like the movie goes into like a 1 hour slump of the family is just sleepwalking through the rest of the movie. And I think there's a few reasons for that. Part of it is things can't get too crazy or else the jig is up. She's a mummy. Something supernatural is happening. And as things get crazier, the parents can't react too harshly because it's their daughter. Evil Dead Rise did a similar thing where it was a family, but things got so insane they had no choice but to violently defend themselves. So I think buried in this is a really fun, fresh take. I think taking a mummy and making it not this ancient foe, a pharaoh that came back, but it's your daughter. I do think that personalizes it in a way, which again, is similar to what he did in Evil Dead Rise. But for me, there was just not enough character work for the family after the beginning. Again, once she comes back, there's like a half-hearted attempt when the dad is like, I think we should take her somewhere. I mean, obviously, there's something seriously wrong with her.
Yeah.
We should do something. And the mom's like, you're stuck in the past. I was like, oh, there's a little bit of drama. And then that thread was never picked up again. And then also, as the curse is spreading to the other kids, I feel like nobody's keeping an eye on these kids.
No.
You got the
really.
one boy, he starts slamming his head against the wall. Some guy in my theater yelled. He's like, someone watch these kids.
They're not being like very quiet. I didn't understand the tunnel system that was in their house. Like the little crawl space. Like there's just,
like behind the walls and shit.
yeah, I'm like, what is the point of this like crawl space? Like, it made no sense to me. I think they had too many characters. I don't think we really needed the cop lady investigating like where the curse came from. Like, or maybe if she just came back at the edge, like, by the way, you guys are probably wondering what's going on. I did this whole thing because I was kind of into the whole like Katie kind of corrupting everyone. And then it cuts to cop lady doing her investigation. I'm like, well, she's just going to find the old lady and figure it out. But like we as the audience have already figured it out. All we ever really learned for her is why the tomb was being transported, because their village was going to be flooded and they were afraid it would like open up the sarcophagus. So like basically they put this evil spirit inside a vessel and they keep it in their sarcophagus. But I guess as the body starts to die, the spirit becomes more powerful. So they have to refresh it every few years. Like we got that. But like, yeah, the beginning with the plane crash, like why were they on the plane? Like, all right, so we learned it from that. But like, also, we didn't really need to learn that. I feel like the ending was super tacked on.
Yeah.
That felt like
the dad.
yeah.
That was fucking
No, like
weird,
the when you find out the lady's still alive and they're gonna like one up, they're gonna like she's gonna get her. It's like
yeah, when she's in the jail cell or
yeah,
whatever.
but it's kind of confusing because it's like, okay, I know what she did was shitty, but like also she's trying to stop like an evil spirit. I don't like.
She enjoyed it too much though. She was like, a young innocent child works best.
Yeah,
she was loving it.
Yeah, I don't know why she was videotaping all her evil crimes. Although that did remind me of Bring Her Back, how they were selling videotapes on how to do demonic possession.
Well, she actually specifies she was documenting it.
Oh, yeah.
So my grandchildren will know how to repeat the process.
Yeah. I thought the movie was mostly okay. I did like the possession stuff. There's a lot of people saying it didn't feel like a mummy movie. No. And I know, Gil, we were talking about that. What is a mummy movie? Someone else said something similar on Twitter. Because if you watch the first Mummy with Boris Karloff, it's only in the wrappings for a little bit. Everyone thinks he's just an old guy. There's some mummy movies where he's just like kind of like a hitman. They use the mummy as like a hitman. There's really no formula for what a mummy movie should be. So that's why I wasn't too bothered that she wasn't in the wrappings the whole time. Because again, the original one, he's not. Even like the 90s one is an Indiana Jones movie. It's just the bad guy is a mummy. Like that doesn't really feel like what you think a mummy movie should be. He's not even in wrappings in the 90s one. But at the end of the movie, they decided that her skin was the wrappings all along. Like they wrote this curse. But by the way, there's like a strip of skin that they have, and they're able to have this whole text deciphered. I'm like, wait, you would have like fractions of sentences. How are you able to decipher all
they
of
were
this?
There were layers of skin. It was like you take off one and then another. It was crazy.
So gross.
Yeah. So basically they wrapped her in like all these stuff to like bind the spirit to her, and it fused with her skin. And at the end, like that clip here, she's ripping off her skin so it looks like wrapping so she can look like a mummy or something.
Didn't you feel like after they ripped off all her skin, then you see her and it's like, oh, she just looks like, I was expecting her to be like inside out almost, like you ripped her skin off.
Yeah, but she didn't look much different, did she?
At all, really.
Big, I guess.
I want to say I felt bad because I was like, man, how'd they do that effect to make her eyes so far apart? And then I looked up the actress and I'm like, well, I feel like a dick. Her eyes just actually look.
But you had the option to just not say anything. That could have stayed in your head, but
no, because I feel like a lot of people probably thought the same thing. So I'm saying it for them.
You want them to be seen.
Yes.
And she would really see them, even if they were standing on either side of her.
Now, look, I think the movie is mostly okay. It has too much fluff in it with the whole cop investigating. But when it's good, it's really good. Like the funeral for the mother and Katie's crawling on the ceiling and jumping in. There's some like really cool moments in this. And I didn't think it was terrible. It is a little bit of a letdown after Evil Dead Rise, because I actually really enjoyed that one. But if you want to watch something really good with a mummy, I have to remind everyone that you can watch my old web series, Mummy Cop. 2 seasons, 2 specials. I play the Mummy Cop. It's great. It's great. Everything you could possibly want. There's also Frankenfed, District Attorney Dracula, OBGYN Helsing, Teacher from the Black Lagoon. There's so many great characters in it. It's a great web series. Mummy Cop the series on YouTube. Watch it today. If this wasn't mummy enough for you, Mummy Cop will be. I have Mummy Cop over there on the thing. I should have worn the mask for Mummy Cop. Never got to do a season 3. We set it up and then I ran out of money. And
have you ever reviewed it? We should do an episode, you and me, Joey, where we review it.
That's a great idea.
On Patreon, I did a live stream where I reacted to the first season, and I was kind of dreading it. And I'm like, actually, wasn't that bad. Would have done a lot differently. There were some jokes that didn't land at all. And I don't even mean like they were offensive or dated. They just weren't that funny. But for the most part, it was more enjoyable than I thought it would be. I mean, wait, it's great. Nothing is wrong with Mummy Cop the series, except back then I didn't know how to Photoshop that well. So that mummy logo looks kind of shitty. You can tell I couldn't erase the PNG background. Anyway, check out Mummy Cop the series if you want full mummy action. Next up, Pizza movie.
Yeah.
Pizza movie starring I guess I jumped ahead a little too much. This movie, I'm going to start over again. Pizza movie. A movie that got on my radar because they took this Marty Supreme ad that Timothy Chalamet did where he was promoting the movie on top of that what does they call that? The Sphere in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I saw the viral video where the kids from this movie just recreated it on a park bench. They were making fun of it. They're like, yeah, pizza movie. It's not in theaters. We wanted it to be, but they said no. And it pulls all the way out. And then it's like the kid from Stranger Things going like, by the way, we genuinely love opera in the theater. Oh no, was it opera and ballet? Right. So I thought that promo was pretty funny. I'm like, pizza movie. It looks like a buddy stoner comedy where we don't really get like dude bro comedies anymore. We used to be a proper country, guys. We used to get them all the time. Unfortunately, this isn't a dude bro boner comedy. We're not there yet, apparently, but one day. So I was like, okay, let me check this out. So it stars Stranger Things kid, obviously. It stars the kid from the Goldbergs who was used in that terrible promotional video for the Star Wars hotel. Do you remember that?
I didn't see that.
Oh, dude, they made a promotional video where it's him just acting poorly, pretending he's impressed. And they're like, come to the Star Wars hotel. Here's a cool thing you'll see. And it's just some lady singing a song. It was so bad and got made fun of so much. Disney took down the video. So you have to like hunt it down. And spoiler, the hotel didn't last that long. It was like overpriced. All the reviews were negative. It was a mess. And it stars, what's her name? Lulu Wilson, who I remember from a couple Mike Flanagan movies and The Haunting of Hill House. It is. Oh, and Daniel Radcliffe as the butterfly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
You know what I didn't know, guys? I didn't know that this was directed by Britt and Nick. I love this comedy group. They had some really, really great skits on YouTube. They were like kind of in like the cracked scene, the cracked.com sort of scene. I love their comedy skits. So I was really enjoying this movie and I had to look up who it was. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm enjoying this so much. This movie is about two college kids in their dorm room. They're not popular. One guy wants to be an alpha and the other guy the entire school hates because he did something to the football team that we will learn. They decide to take some drugs that they found in their dorm that was in their ceiling and it fell during a fight with some assholes. They take some drugs and they realize it has insane side effects. And they look up the girl who made the drugs because she uploaded her findings to YouTube, like 12 years prior. And they learned that all this horrible stuff is going to happen as a side effect unless they eat pizza. Then it'll be the best trip ever. So their goal is to just get downstairs to pick up the pizza they ordered and everything will get in their way. Along the way, they find out that the girl they used to hang out with also had one of the drugs. She thought they were mints. So they bump into her while she's also having the same trip as them. And it's just one crazy trip side effect after the other until they can get that pizza. Guys, this is the funniest movie I've seen in a long time. This is the hardest I've laughed in a while. And I didn't expect it. I should have known. If I knew who the directors were ahead of time, I probably would have expected it. They got to the point where the drug stops them from cursing. So they keep hallucinating that their heads are exploding. And I had tears in my eyes because it just was killing me how fucking funny it was. Whenever you think the movie can't get more ridiculous, something more ridiculous happens, and not in like an annoying way. Like I genuinely was looking forward to what the next crazy thing would be. At some point, the one kid switches brains with his pet butterfly. Like the butterfly is stuck in the human's body and he eats a whole guy's jacket and then vomits it up way later. And the movie knows right when you must have forgotten that scene happened to call back to it. It is amazing. It's one of my favorite comedies I've seen in a very long time. I can't wait to watch it again. Joey C., how did you feel about it?
Very similar. You guys were talking about it in the group chat before I watched it. And then when I finally watched it, I'm like, oh my God, everything they were saying is so true. It's absolutely fucking incredible. It really is on par with like when I used to drop acid and try to get to my like apartment lobby to get food that I ordered and all the shenanigans trying to get down through the elevator. Absolutely makes sense. It brought me back to a simpler time in college. I fucking loved it. This movie is exactly what like the Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa movie wanted to be. Mac and Devin go to high school.
Yeah.
Dude, I, again, like you, can't wait to watch it another time because it was like a fucking blast from beginning to end. And at no time during the movie did any of the bits feel like they went on too long. Like even the exploding head bit, that goes on for like a good 10 minutes. And typically, sometimes you're like, all right, yeah, I get the bit now. But it just kept getting funnier and funnier.
But he keeps telling the guy to eat a dick over and over again because it's just instinctive. He can't turn it off.
That was probably my favorite part. And you get invested in the time loop aspect of it too, because every time their head blows up, they start over. And like you get a mini Groundhog Day for like 5 minutes.
My favorite is when we can't say it on YouTube, but there's one curse they can get away, even made up curses they can't get away with. But there's one curse that begins with the C that they're allowed to say because the chemicals or whatever they sourced to make the drug were from England. And I love that. He goes, "That's so fucking stupid," and explodes. It was so fucking good. I love when they have to like go back. They can go back in time and they're watching their memories. I thought that was great. Gil, did I already ask? I didn't ask you to do your full thing.
You didn't ask me.
Okay. What did you think of Pizza Movie?
I hate to be the downer, but no, I'm just kidding. I love this movie. There are so many jokes. Like the first 5 minutes, I was like, it is every second there's another gag or setup. So even if something doesn't land, you just wait and the next 3 or 4 will. So I was laughing the whole movie. And I love there's like a meta element to it too, where stuff happens where you're like, how could that have happened if the stuff they're experiencing isn't real to an extent? You know, there are parts where it punctures through the reality of it and you see what is everybody else saying. I almost wish they hadn't done that because the movie almost commits like 90% where you never puncture through and show here's what's really happening. Because there's parts where at one point they basically time travel and they change the past and it affects what's happening right now. And I kind of wish they committed to that bit. They mostly did. You know, and every movie like this has to have that little bit of drama, like the fallout between friends. But it worked for me. Like I thought that it was pretty real. It was the kind of fight, you know, like you're gonna go into that dorm, but I thought we were gonna room together next year. Classic thing. It was hilarious. I mean, if I had, I think the only disappointment for me was Tony, where you were saying it kept finding ways to get more ridiculous. I thought up to a point, but towards the end, somehow I felt a little let down. Like I somehow wanted it to go even crazier, but like them all becoming one person, Juan, I feel like is so much less than our heads explode every time we curse when we start over.
After that, they do the bit where apparently if you have more than one tablet, you will see the true nature of things. And they give it to the bad guy, and then the bad guy's true nature of things, he ends up in the writing room where the writer directors are like storyboarding the film and like coming up with ideas, and they're talking about things that don't make sense. They're talking about how the title's dumb, and they think he's just one of the actors, but really it's the character witnessing his reality that he's a character. I thought that was amazing. And then he gets up, he's like, I'm just here for exposition. Oh God.
Well, they set it up earlier because they're like, you'll see the true nature of reality. That was another thing the movie did so well. It was just the callbacks, like the shirt you mentioned where he spits it up later. That was a great example. I mean, at the end of the day, despite 1 or 2 disappointments I might have had, I laughed for the full 90 minutes, and I'll also watch this again. I haven't seen a comedy like this in so long, where you're just guaranteed to laugh for almost 2 hours straight.
I've seen like good comedies. What was it? Fall Guy had that running bit with the unicorn that really made me cry laughing over and over again. But yeah, not since I really enjoyed Bottoms. I haven't laughed this hard consistently through a film since Bottoms. And then before that, I don't know. Like they still make comedies, but not like as funny as they used to be. This one really just went all in on the jokes and the humor. I really loved it. I love how relatable some of it was. Like they constantly complain that the girl used to be their friend and abandoned them. She's like, you were my friends on like the first month of school. You're like my first month of friends. It wasn't that serious. So yeah, I have been telling everyone to watch this. I'm like, hey, look, I know it sounds dumb, but this is actually one of the funniest things you'll ever watch. I hope Gatton, whatever his name is, goofy mouth kid from Stranger Things, is actually in more stuff. I've never seen him in anything outside of Stranger Things. Wow, this kid's actually pretty funny.
He was great.
Yeah, the kid from I think he's from the Goldbergs, right? That's a Goldbergs kid, right? I said he was from the Goldbergs, like with like full authority, and I actually don't know. He was very funny. This girl, I've only ever seen her in horror stuff. She was pretty funny too. Like it was all around solid. And I love Snackatron. Snackatron was great. Where is he? Snackatron. I think it was Bobby Minahan. He was just like, "Are you happy with your order?" He really wants him to know.
His eyes are like all sad and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't believe that the whole thing at the very end, they're like, "Wait, that all happened in 45 minutes." But yeah. I know it's only April, but best comedy of the year so far. I don't know what's gonna top it. But next up, the big one of the night, the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Yeah.
There was one thing they had to fix from the last one, Joey, and that's get a real goddamn Italian as Mario. But they're committed to this Chris Pratt thing. They just want to erase us. They want to erase us.
It's fucked up.
I took my nieces to see this film, and every time Mario talked, I said, "That's not a real Italian," and they were confused. They didn't really know what Italy was. Yeah, me and my sister took the nieces to see this. We all wore Mario hats. It was a good time. Yes, tells the story of Princess Rosalina getting kidnapped by Bowser Jr., and one of her little Lumas heads to the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario and Luigi have a new friend, Yoshi, played by Donald Glover for some reason. I don't know why.
Same reason Vin Diesel voices Groot, I think.
There's something with Groot, though. You could say the lines different. I feel like there was just so much recording of Yoshi over the years. They didn't need to bring him in. But apparently he asked for the part, and instead of just saying no, they gave him the role in the movie. Anyway.
That's how this whole movie got made, because apparently Glenn Powell called. He's like, "Can I be Star Fox?" I guess we can put him in the movie. Sure.
I'm so mad he called 2 seconds before I did. That son of a bitch. I know there was a lot of confusion. People thought I was in this movie, but anyway, they have a new best friend, Yoshi. Which, by the way, the last movie, the teaser thing was the egg cracking. And we get to see what happened to Yoshi. He walked all around Brooklyn, and for whatever reason, they did not use the song Walk the Dinosaur. It would have been the perfect song. One, it's tied to the 93 movie. But it would have been the perfect song for that whole sequence, and they didn't use it. I was shocked by that. I'm like, this would have been the perfect place for this. So yeah, Luma comes, tells them that Rosalina was kidnapped. So Peach goes on her own adventure with Toad, where she fights the bad guys from Super Mario 2. Which, did you know that game was actually Doki Doki Panic? Meanwhile, Mario and Luigi have a great sequence where they're just doing their everyday job of just saving the Mushroom Kingdom, and it looks right out of the games. I thought that was cool. Bowser's still a prisoner until his son comes, kidnaps. Well, at some point, Bowser's with the Mario brothers, and he kind of grows an attachment to them. But then his son is able to get him, and it's kind of like a fun reverse, where the son is the one controlling the father and manipulating them. I thought that was
disappointed his dad isn't evil the way he used to be.
Yeah. and they all team up and go on an adventure. Star Fox or Fox McCloud is there.
I fell through a portal. I'm in your universe. Let's go on an adventure. All right, time to go back to my universe.
They turn into babies because of the super scope, which that's not how the super scope works. And it's just an all around fun universe hopping time. Game fans are upset that it wasn't adapting just the Super Mario Galaxy game like entirely, and it mixed in all the other stuff from like Odyssey and whatnot. And it's like, who gives a fuck? The first one wasn't
the
just
first movie stuck only to the lore of the 1988 or 89.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, they're mixing in a bunch of stuff. Of course, they're gonna work stuff in from the later games because they want you to go out and buy them. But I thought it was a fun, simple time, much like the last one. I like seeing all the different worlds. I like the characters and their journey and whatnot. It was decent family entertainment. And as someone who's a big Mario fan, I actually really enjoy these movies, minus the horrible racism of Chris Pratt just ruining an Italian hero. Other than that, I thought it was good. Joey C, how did you feel about this one?
Very similar to you. I loved it. I wouldn't say loved it. I enjoyed it. The first one was great. And the one thing that I loved about the first one was how beautiful the animation looked. And this one is no different. Like, the animation is fucking gorgeous. It fits the style so well. And like, even like when Bowser's painting, like the paint, the graphics are just fucking incredible. Now, the one complaint that I do have with the movie, it's a children's movie, Joey C. I know that, but let me critique it, is I just feel like there's just too much going on in these movies. Like, all right, you got to go save Rosalina. All right, now you got to go save Peach. Oh, now Star Fox is here. Like, oh, there's Game & Watch. Like, dude, just stick to one thing, dude.
They
like,
did put a ton of
right
Nintendo references, although I did enjoy Rob the Robot. That was pretty good.
That was pretty cool. It's just, this whole movie is like fan service. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I fucking loved it. It's a great movie for the kids and a great movie for me. I'm an adult, I promise. I would definitely watch it again, but it would probably be like, if I was going to watch the first one and the second one, I probably wouldn't go back and be like, I'm going to go watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie again. Like, no, I'm not going to, I probably wouldn't do that. All in all, I think it was great. The animation is like what really stuck out to me. Story was a little complicated, but like I said, they're just trying to pack as much shit in there, kind of like to build up, like kind of when the Sonic movie came out and they throw in all these cameos and people go crazy in the theaters. Like, man, they want to replicate that.
I did not care for the first Sonic movie. I thought it was whatever.
No. Yeah, that's surprising to hear. I kind of liked it.
I never watched past the first one. If they would have kept the ugly Sonic, I would have been there day one. And actually,
was so happy we got to see him again in the Chip and Dale movie.
You know what? I never watched that full movie. I just watched the Ugly Sonic compilation because it was
voiced
Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
Gil, how did you feel about the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
Okay, so I agree where like this basically for kids, it's kids movie. You can make great kids movies, but you can also just throw a bunch of crazy stuff at them and they'll enjoy that too. But then adults can tap into it if it has a great story. This is not that, but this offers another avenue, which is it's a tribute concert. If you love Nintendo, then Illumination ate Nintendo and they vomit it onto the screen. And I enjoyed it. I mean, from when you have a minion come out and he picks up the hammer and it starts playing the Donkey Kong, I was like, okay. I wasn't sure if it would have the same effect on me as the first movie, but when that happened, I felt such joy. I was like, all right, I am gonna love this, and then it does work on that level. I will say, maybe about halfway through, it started to wear off where I was still enjoying it. Like every time, I mean, toward the end when they do the Mario Maker thing and it's cutting back and forth between the pixelated 2D and then what's really happening. It is fun stuff. I mean, seeing Star Fox was fun. I mean, it is what they can get away with where it's Poochie. It's like the joke is time to go back to my home planet. They just do it. It's like brazen. So I will just say, I think if the third movie is also like this, and I assume it will be, because this isn't going to make as much as the first, but it's still making a lot. So why fix what isn't broken? I don't know that I'll have it in me to do it a third time. I mean, I will, because I assume we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
but I won't do it with excitement. Is I think at a certain point the nostalgia gets tapped out. There just isn't anything left there. So, and I feel like everyone's kind of giving the same opinion of like, it's not a great movie, but has so many references. It looks great, so it's a lot of fun. And then it's just a subjective question of how much nostalgia can you eat until you're full. And I feel like I'm satisfied. Now I'm ready. I hope the Zelda movie takes itself seriously and tries to actually tell like a great story. I feel like it will. And for the next Mario movie, I might sit it out and just, it's for the kids.
I don't know why they decided to make a live action Zelda movie.
I know. I don't know why
works for Zelda. I feel like Zelda has had so many different styles. They could have gone either way. That either way works. Yeah. If it were for me, I would love like a Japanese anime style. Like,
Well, it feels like they're trying to set up for a Smash Brothers. So I feel like animation would have been. I mean, that's my feelings about the original Mario movie, which of course me and Joey C covered with Jasper. I'm just like, why didn't they just do an animated one? Why would they do a live action movie? Yeah. That's a really bad idea.
Well, with Zelda, what they do is you have Toon Link in the Smash Brothers movie, and then you go,
right. But no, I will say the one thing I wish I could change. The ending of the first one where they go to Brooklyn, I would have scrapped that. I would have liked the ending of this where they actually do the dungeon from Super Mario Brothers with the bridge, with Bowser throwing the hammers. I'm like, wait, that's what I wanted in the first movie. Instead, they did this whole whatchamacallit, Brooklyn thing. I wanted to see each of the castle and stuff. But yeah, no, it was just it was a fun time. The music was really, really good. I did like that they didn't feel the need to bring everyone back. Like Donkey Kong has one part in this. It's a voiceless cameo. Apparently he stayed in Brooklyn to do Donkey Kong stuff. I thought that was fun. He's just swinging on like the rafters and stuff. Because I'm like, oh, okay, they had some restraint there. They didn't feel, because like him and Star Fox and Yoshi, it would have been too goddamn much. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why people are picking on it too much. I mean, it tells a simple story for kids. I don't know why we want something too serious out of this. Like Mario's for kids. I mean, we all play it, but it should be digestible. I don't know. It just needs a new guy voicing him. That's really all it needs.
I
it's
agree.
Literally
completely.
the only issue with the film is that it's not an Italian. But I'm sure it'll sell tickets to the Epic Universe, which reminds me I have to edit my Epic Universe blog. I keep sitting on that. I went there during Christmas. But yeah, I guess that's all we have to say about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Go see it or wait till streaming if you don't have kids.
Yeah, wait till
yeah, let's talk to some patrons, guys, and get your super chats in while we're talking to some patrons here. First off, the guy who scared us because we thought he was mad because I read his comment out of order. Hello, Lucha Steve.
Hello, Tony. Hello, Joey C. Hello, Gil. Sorry about that, Tony.
That's okay. That's on me. That's on me.
I was like, this is going to be a very good joke that Tony's going to find funny. And then
I thought the joke landed. Because I saw it and I was like, that makes sense. And then Tony freaked out for some reason. So don't blame yourself at all.
Yeah, I just like really went quickly. Just it's a joke. But then I was like, fuck, is he even going to see that?
I only have the super chat section up. I didn't have the live chat up.
I had it up. Don't worry.
Okay. You know what else I feel bad about? Joey C. Mike Moorhead wasn't able to, he had an issue with Patreon. And I caught his message too late. I DM'd him the link, but I guess he didn't see it. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I just saw that too. Yeah.
Anyway, Lucha, what movies do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about two in particular. One, I want to talk about The Boring Normal.
Okay.
Which is the movie that Joey C directed, if you guys don't know. And I really enjoyed it, and it really hit me, and really hit me in like an emotional spot. Because I feel a lot of the things that, I feel a lot of the things that I thought Joey felt, but then I found out that this is just the character that Joey
I still
plays.
feel them. All right.
We've all had feelings like that, obviously.
I had made food while he was talking about the movie, but from what I heard from my computer in my room while I was making food in the kitchen, I believe Joey said something like, "This is just a character that he made up." It's like it's almost like what was that movie with Michael McKean, where the rock stars?
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah, it was like I didn't realize this was like a Spinal Tap movie that Joey made, and I sent Joey this very emotional message, and then I found out that it was all based on a trick.
It's not a trick. It's not a trick.
Again, I would have had him advertise it a little differently. Wait. So you were making food and you weren't looking at the screen?
No. When Joey was talking about the movie, I was making food, so I didn't hear his explanation. So I can only assume that he was saying that this is like a Spinal Tap like type of mockumentary film.
Equally hilarious. Yeah. I was laughing the whole time at this movie. It's like, ha, ha, ha.
No, Joey, you want to re-explain again? It was based.
No. I heard. I'm fucking.
Okay.
Yeah.
For a minute, I thought.
For
a minute, I thought you said you weren't. You just you had the movie on and didn't look at it, and I was going to say, wow, you would have missed this scene here.
it was kind of funny because, like I said, I finally watched the movie and I sent Joey this like 2-paragraph message about like, hey man, like I want to give you a hug. I feel like exactly how you're feeling, and then like I watched the Thriller video where Joey's like, yeah, that was all scripted. I was like, oh.
It was. I mean, to be fair though, like only like 11 or 12 minutes of it is actually scripted.
Yeah.
Like the rest of it is like me talking from my heart.
When you're explaining it today, you basically confirmed what I had assumed, which is like, yeah, it's scripted. Yeah, it's supposed to be like, kind of like a film, but it is very much from your heart and reflects actual feelings. So good job, man. Like I said, like I really got into it and just, I almost cried like towards the end. Like, I'm not even kidding.
That means a lot to me. I really do appreciate that. And I'm glad you could relate to it. That means I did my job.
Yeah.
All right. What's the other movie?
On a less serious side, I want to talk about Pizza Movie. I fucking loved Pizza Movie.
Yes.
Yeah. I had like seen some people say this movie is really good. And it's just like, whenever I watch comedies these days, especially like American streaming comedies, it's always like, one, they're generally not straight comedies. They're like action comedies or horror comedies. So this one's like a straight comedy. And I was already like, I don't know, like maybe this will be kind of funny, but I was kind of blown away from like the level of like jokes that are in this movie and like how much style it had. I was like laughing the whole way through. I like couldn't believe I was watching a movie like this. I thought movies like this didn't really weren't getting made anymore. So
were you also familiar? Were you familiar with Britt and Nick, the comedy group?
No, I've never heard of them before.
Go back and go to their YouTube channel and watch some of their skits. They're fucking hilarious. There's one where a guy wakes up in bed with a girl and he doesn't know her name or who she is. So he goes to his roommates. He's like, I gotta figure out who she is. And the guys are always like, I have an idea. I saw this in a movie. But then they're doing things like sitting on each other's shoulders with a big coat and asking for a movie theater ticket. Like, it makes no goddamn sense. They had some hilarious stuff. They apparently worked with Joss Whedon on his Much Ado About Nothing movie. But yeah, go back and watch their comedy skits. I guarantee you will like them.
Yeah, I will check them out. Yeah, I was surprised by like Lulu Wilson being in that because she's like still like a little girl to me. And then I was like, oh yeah, Ouija 2 came out like 13 years ago.
What is she? She has like action movies, I think, on Netflix.
Yeah, she's in the Becky movies.
What the hell are those?
Becky? She like, I think like the first one, it's like Kevin James plays like a skinhead or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she has to like fight him off. I don't know what the second one is, but I believe it has Sean William Scott in it.
The Wrath of Becky.
Maybe I'll check these out.
I've heard mixed things about them.
Maybe I won't check them out. Well, there's a third. Okay, guys, we're all coming back for what is the best Becky movie after The Last Temptation of Becky comes out. But yeah, I think I started to feel like, because I just threw it on the the list because that ad that I saw. But I think you in the Discord was like, Pizza Movie might be the best thing I've seen. I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to be more excited for this film. Yeah. Totally. I think it caught all of us by surprise.
Yeah, it's my third favorite movie of the year so far.
What's the first two?
Project Hail Mary, and then 28 years later, Bone Temple.
Yeah.
That's weird. Thrash
I
didn't
have
make it on your list.
No,
Project Hail Mary, though.
What
I
about
watched
Plankenstein? Wait, are you saying Plankenstein didn't rank?
I just watched Plankenstein like 2 days
Was that
ago.
guy's
and
name Dickerson or something?
Yeah,
Tony,
Dick Dickerson, who was constantly tagging us in stuff. He was so
Tony, do you
excited.
have a good relationship with the Plankenstein guy?
I mean, he's gonna send us some shirts. I have to give him our sizes.
Okay,
I
don't
Dick or whatever his name was. I can't remember.
Okay, I'm not gonna ruin that for you. So I'll just say that I watched Plankenstein.
He loves Renan, who I see in the back room. He clipped Renan's part and uploaded it the other day.
I need to watch that then. I missed that whole episode.
It's wild.
It was fun. All righty, Lucius, what do you got going on?
Well, I haven't uploaded my podcast in like a couple of weeks, even though I have like 5 episodes already recorded, and then I have more things to record like the next coming weeks. But hopefully I should have my next episode out by Sunday at the latest. And that one's going to be about the hit action movie from the 90s, Breathing Fire.
Wait, Breathing Fire?
Yes. Starring, of course, Ki Hui Kwan, who's most known for Encino Man and Goonies.
Oh, yeah. And Short Round.
Oh, is that the same guy?
Yeah, it's Short Round from Indiana Jones. That's like his biggest thing.
Yeah, I like how I just didn't say his 2 biggest movies, the one he won an Oscar for, and then the one that made him famous.
You didn't even do like a recent one. You were like Love Hurts.
I watched that. I watched that. I was against Gil on that one because I liked it. Gil hated it.
Oh yeah, I remember. I really didn't like that.
Gil was like, revoke his Oscar.
Gil, if you want a better action movie with him, watch Breathing Fire instead.
All right. I don't know what kind of, but now suddenly I feel like I do.
I don't know what kind of action movies you like. You're probably going to watch this and you're like, well, the action was good, but everything else was kind of like really cheap and not that great. But I love it.
Well, it's got Bolo Young in it. It's got TJ.
Yeah, he's on the cover, how you can tell those VHS. If they make another like DVD of it, he's not going to be on the cover. It's just going to be Key on the cover.
Oh yeah. I got real excited. I thought it said Ed O'Neill, but it's just a guy named Ed Neal. And I'm like, oh, for a minute, I thought Hal Bundy was in this movie. I'll be quick. I'll say this really quickly. So for the longest time, there was a guy named Ed Neal who played Lord Zed in Power Rangers, the original Power Rangers. He was a suit actor for Zed. For the longest time, I thought it was the hitchhiker from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because he's also called Ed Neal. And then I found out, no, those are 2 different guys. But completely different people.
But the Ed Neal in that movie is the guy that plays Zed in the Power Rangers.
Zed, and he's like Zed, who Gil learned recently, is a Jewish man.
Yeah. Tony made that very clear to me.
So what is that? Every couple of years, that clip goes viral of Zed and Rita's wedding, but then they dance to the Hava Nagil, and everyone's like, "Wait a minute, is Zed
Tony sends it to me, and he's like, "Isn't that weird, Gil? There's this Hava Nagil playing. Why do you think they did that? Probably because he's Jewish. Isn't that weird, Gil?" In case you don't get it.
Although that is kind of on Haim Saban, who was Jewish and did the Power Rangers. I think he should have been like, maybe the bad guy shouldn't dance to the Hava Nagila. That might be a bad look. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
It's funny too, because like Zed's not even human; he's an alien. So it's like I guess Judaism exists on other planets.
Of course. Didn't you see History of the World Part 1?
No one's supposed to know that.
Space. All right, Lucian Steve. So where can we find those reviews?
My channel is like very small, so you can either do at MovieUF3000 reviews. You can try typing in the Balance of Cinema podcast and then like one of the movies that I reviewed, which I don't. I'll recommend Heroes of the East because I did that with Lauren. Okay. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Don't follow me on Twitter. I just bitch about wrestling and movies.
Good.
No, I like your Twitter. I like you like totally owning the anti-woke guys. That's fun. Or the guy or the Snyder fans. I actually really enjoy your reaction to Snyder fans. They're great.
Thank you. I'm glad someone does.
All right, I'm gonna let you go now. We're gonna go down the line. Hello, Lauren.
Hello there.
Hi. What movie do you want to talk about?
Well, I feel like the most relatable movie on this list is The Boring Normal because I am also in my final year of my 20s. And, well, to be fair, I actually didn't watch the movie. But from what I understand and from what I'm hearing, Joey C seems to be an expert about turning 30. And I feel like there's much scarier movies that can represent turning 30, like Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Sure.
Yeah, that was kind of scary.
What's wrong with being 30? I've been 30 for 6 years.
I don't know. I've
It's
never
not
been
that
30
bad.
before, and I have 9 months left.
Yeah, we'll greet you on the other side of the door. Just
Okay.
be ready.
Although now I'm thinking when I turned 30, I did have like a girlfriend and my own apartment and health insurance.
Yeah, I got all
Maybe
that.
it does get worse. Spoiler, it gets worse.
It's like we traded lives at 30 because I was the opposite. And then everything turned around for me at 30. So you have that to look forward to, Lord. I mean,
There
if
you
things
go.
are going
You
well
have a
now,
50-50
they're going to turn around the
chance.
wrong way.
It's a 50-50 shot.
What we
It's
learned
either
here,
uphill
you
or
will still
downhill
be a
from here.
YouTube clown. Just how successful you will be.
That sounds good.
You know what? Hopefully, when you turn 30, there will be a huge pandemic that will make your life easier.
Oh, you know what? We won't even go there. Yeah, so I'm sorry I did not watch The Boring Normal. It is on my list. But congratulations on making a film. That's a big accomplishment.
Okay.
I did watch Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Didn't know much going into it. I was like, okay, they're making The Mummy again. I heard it was not like any other Mummy movie. So I kind of went in blind. And yeah, that devil egg scene, that kind of made me gag.
It's so gross.
Speaking of Mummy, I forgot that a fan sent this in years ago, and I'm gonna try and do a bonus review with Cecil from Good Bad Flicks for Russell Mulcahy, the guy who did Highlander. Russell Mulcahy's Tale of the Mummy. This has got a load of cast. It's got Christopher Lee. Apparently, he's only in the beginning. And it's got what's his face? Jason Scott Lee from the 90s Jungle Book and Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. So yeah, look forward to that. I watched the trailer and there's a lot of bad CGI wrappings trying to eat people.
Nice.
So the movie was okay. It was a win for you or no?
I feel like it might be a one and done for me. Just because I mean it was gross, but like that's what it was supposed to be. So it's like I'm not gonna throw this on and be like, "Ooh, this is gonna put me in a good mood."
A good movie.
I'm in the mood to see someone try and tear their own flesh off with a fire poker.
Yeah, I mean, it succeeded in what it was doing, I guess.
Then not take her to the hospital. She's fine.
Actually, okay, now that I think of it, I actually have issues with the ending. I know we were kind of talking about that earlier, like with the that kind of tagged on ending with the what was that witch lady or whatever that like showed up earlier, and then they wanted to come back and get revenge on her. I feel like the Mummy was in a safe, secure spot with this like good dad that just wanted to like protect his family, and he was willing to sacrifice himself to like contain the Mummy. And if you just left it at that, then the like everything would be fine. I mean, sure, you wouldn't have the dad around, but that was his choice. He wanted to sacrifice himself to protect
and he could
his
still
family.
communicate through Morse
And he
code.
could still he could still like communicate through Morse code. Like it felt like that was as safe as this family could possibly be. And now that they've transferred that soul back into this like not so great person or just this other crazy person who they wanted to get revenge on, now like it opens the door for a sequel with a much more pissed off Mummy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of on you now. Yeah.
I just realized I forgot to mention the lady cop was the girl from Moon Knight, which
that's what Lucha Steve mentioned in the chat.
Yeah, which had a better mummy. Also, she's Marcrinus' companion in Gladiator 2. She actually had a way bigger part. I don't even think she actually ended up in the final cut, but her like whole subplot was completely deleted from Gladiator 2. But here she is in Lee Cronin's The
And
Mummy.
I feel like this movie might have benefited from deleting her subplot in this.
They deleted the wrong subplot. They did.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I also saw
Okay.
Super Mario Galaxy, which was fine.
Racist, but fine.
Seems to be the consensus.
It was fun and fine.
Fine and
Fine
fine.
and fun. That's it. That one. Okay, since it's been a few years since the first one came out, but I actually forgot that Luigi was in the no, not Luigi. Yoshi was in the post-credit scene of the first one.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that he was like a main character in the first one. So when he was introduced in this movie, I was like, why are they acting like they don't even know who this is? I'm like,
Yeah,
oh wait,
Star Fox
they
again?
haven't met him before.
Did you just watch like a game? And were you playing a game and just thought it was the movie? There were
Maybe.
Yoshis in the first one. They do that montage of them going to all the different kingdoms.
Oh,
And you
yeah,
see a bunch of
yeah.
Yoshis running.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a fine, fun movie.
Yeah.
Very much like the kind of this like 2010s era of Mario, where the first one was like 80s, 90s Mario.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do for the third one. I don't know if it's gonna be good, or I don't even know if it really needs a third one, which obviously
It needs a
is going
third
to make one.
Made $1 billion, so
You know
I
what
know
I
they're
want
gonna-
to? You know what I want to go back and watch? We should review it. The very first Mario animated movie from Japan, which I watched years ago, but there were no subtitles back then. So I was like, I guess something's happening. But apparently they've like scanned it, people put it in 4K and added the subtitles to it. So I kind of want to like go back and watch that now. That would be a fun one to look up. Joey, do you have a toothbrush in your headphones?
I didn't want to ask about it in case it was like, how dare you? This is personal.
I'm just realizing something. I brushed my teeth before the live show, and I didn't want to put it on my counter because I was doing something, and I put it in my bandana, and I forgot about it.
I don't know why, because you have a microphone. I thought that was just a microphone attached to your headphones, and I just looked at it closer. Like, man, that's a fucking toothbrush.
I'm sorry about that. I'll just get rid of that.
Why did you put it in a beer bottle?
I
don't
forgot
brush your
that
teeth
was
with
in
that
there.
later.
Oh man, the side of my head was hurting a little bit, and I'm like, yo, what is going on with these
I should have.
fucking headphones?
I
Yo,
saw it.
nobody told me we've been live for an hour 40
Because it
seconds.
looks like a microphone that's attached to a headphone.
I mean,
knew-
you also
why
have
did
like
you have a
Grimace in the background there. That's like kind of more
I feel
stands out.
foolish now.
I knew it was a toothbrush, and I actually went through the thought process of like, okay, if it was a bit, I mean, he would have done something with it by now. So maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a medical reason he has to have a toothbrush there. I was like,
No, I was just brushing my
ask
teeth.
about it
and
after.
I forgot about it. Man, my head feels so much better. There's not a piece of plastic digging into my fucking skull.
Fuck is
You
this
guys let me go in
microphone?
2
What is
hours and not say nothing?
You know,
Oh
some,
my-
some people skip the live wrap-ups. This is the stuff that they're missing. They really got
I got to tell you, I feel like a horse's patoot right now. Oops a daisy.
Okay, Lauren. Well, thanks for being a patron.
Of course.
I appreciate you. We're gonna go down the line here. Let's see. Will he answer today? God Lothos.
What's up, guys? Is my mic working?
It
it's
is. What
Is
movie
my
do you want to
toothbrush
talk about?
working?
No. I just got. I just sent a message. I'm like, okay, like, did I miss my turn? And I don't know how my mic is gonna work. No, the movie that I saw was Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, how did you feel about it?
I mean, I enjoyed it. I kind of went in like they're going to do this, and you got this.
Mm.
So like, I precisely went in knowing that this is the movie that we're seeing.
So it matched your expectations.
Yeah.
Your expectations were not that high.
No, not really, because I'm like, it's a sequel. Like the first one was really good. Like this is a sequel to a really good movie. Like it's gonna be really hard to match and to top the first one, just because of how good it was. I think.
You know what? One thing people criticized the first movie for was its weird like song music choice.
Yeah, take me on.
And-
yeah.
But you know what's weird though? Like that was just like the stars aligned. Every song they picked in that movie, I loved. So
Yeah.
even though I agree they don't really fit, they all just happened to be songs I loved, so I was fine with it. This one, not so much. The weird songs that they were putting in there didn't really hit with me this time. Again, it should have been Walk the. Can you agree, God Lothos? It should have been Walk the Dinosaur when
Yeah.
Yoshi was walking. Thank you. Why the fuck did they not do that?
Missed opportunity, man.
Money.
Yeah, all the kids these days know Walk the Dinosaur. That would have been a big hit in the theater.
Hey,
Look at-
hey.
I
Gil,
also like the
Gil,
first movie in the 90s.
Joey, I think Gil forgot that in the 90s, we were all opening the door and getting on the floor, and we were all doing the dinosaur. Okay? Were you like a cool guy who was too cool for the dinosaur?
We didn't age ourselves at all here now.
No, I think I'm not the target demographic. I think
I just remember when we
why
did
is
the
this Mario
93
Galaxy movie
I-
referencing the most recent Mario game? It's because it's like 7-year-olds that are singing the movie.
See, you're bringing too many brain cells into it, dude. That's the
whatever.
problem.
Freaking Take on Me is older than Walk the Dinosaur. Whatever.
And they learn their
Yeah.
lesson. This
Yeah, I
movie
guess
had a lot less of that.
Walk the Dinosaur is awesome. What did you think of my best friend, my twin brother, my soulmate, Glenn Powell as Fox McCloud? Did you enjoy that?
I was not expecting him as a character to be in the movie. I can't wait in not knowing like the cast or see the previews.
Yeah, they
Right, yeah,
waited
sure,
until like the week before to announce that. That would have been a
Did
cool
you see how
surprise.
people figured it out ahead of time though? Where there
No.
was one like frame from the trailer where you see a few characters standing, and then you see this like blurry object, and everyone's like, it's a backpack, it's a motorcycle. And people are like, I don't know, it looks like the outline of Fox McCloud. And everyone said they were crazy. Andres Restart is a YouTube channel where he kept going on about it. Everyone called him crazy, and he was right. It was Fox.
Oh.
And I wish I tweeted it, but when they announced it officially, I was like, it's going to be, somehow it came to me, it's going to be Glenn Powell. I knew it, but I didn't say anything.
You got to get on
You
that
should have
social
said
media
something.
train.
I know.
That's like when I accidentally predicted that Godzilla was gonna fly in Godzilla X Kong. I did that as a joke. I was like, yeah, Godzilla's gonna fly in this movie, and then that movie happened. And they turn off gravity. He's like literally flying. I'm like, what the fuck? I was kidding. That happened. I'm like, I'm watching the theater. I looked at Johanna. I'm like, I was not expecting this to happen. What the fuck? I
It's real, man.
I
It's
wasn't
real.
being serious. But anyway, God Lothos, thank you for sharing your opinions on Super Mario Brothers, and thank you for being a Partron. You got to fix that subtitle under your name. It's okay. We got people misspelling patron. We got toothbrushes in our headphones. What the fuck is going on?
I didn't even realize that until this moment.
All right, we're gonna let you go now. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
You know, it's just a madhouse here. Everyone's just being a little ridiculous. We need to just be a little bit more normal, okay?
Right.
Hello, God damn it.
Oh, hello. How's it
Hello.
going, guys?
Hello, Renan. I see
Yes,
we're
hello.
furred out today. And
You guys
you're
wearing
one
the
of
same shirt.
those furries.
I won't elaborate
Your
further, but
shirt
yeah.
says?
Yeah,
Everyone
please
knows
don't
what that
elaborate.
means.
Renan, what movie did you watch?
I actually saw two movies, the Boring Normal Joey C's movie and the Mario movie. One of them I have a skip for. Which one do you want to go for?
Surprise us.
Okay, the Mario movie. Okay, you have Mario and Luigi. They're going on their little adventure. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Princess Peach. She goes off on her own adventure. Whatever. Then we have, here's a new character, Yoshi. He's going on his thing. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, Fox McCloud, why is he in this movie? What? He's a Nintendo character, but why is he in this movie? And then there's more cameos and more multiverses. And all of a sudden, oh, look, Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. He's there for some reason, I guess.
I remember
And then,
that, yeah.
oh, look, I didn't expect to see the Riddler there. Oh, look, it's the Riddler. And then
Good figure.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. He has a cameo too. Why not?
That was a
It
good
just
moment.
Too much stuff. There's just too much stuff, too many cameos. And it's like, what?
It's exactly
I don't
how I
get it.
felt. Too much going on. How are the
There's too
kids
much
supposed to
going-
follow it?
And you know,
It's
this is the
not about
perfect
Mario.
panel.
It's about
I was gonna say this is the perfect panel to call out something for having too much going on. This is great.
Yeah.
We've got furries and grimace and toothbrushes.
Like-
Did you enjoy the movie for the most part, though?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Oh,
It was too fast. There's not enough story. There's not enough characterization. It's just stuff is happening and like cameos for the sake of cameos. Why is Star Fox in a Mario movie? But they need him like Han Solo, and then it's like
He fell
all these
into a
other
portal.
things. And there's work
He
from
didn't want
Mario
to. He
2
just ended
and
up there.
Birdo, but it's like, wait, what? Why? And it felt like a little 4 or 5 year old child trying to tell you a story, and they're really excited and they're breathless and they're telling you the story, but they have no idea how a storytelling works. And then there's this character, and they jump in here, and then there's a dinosaur.
it
and they
did
turn
feel
the
like that.
baby,
Maybe that's
and
why
then
the
they
twins
get-
liked it so much. It was so all over the place.
Yeah, it felt like that. And you're like, you just got to sit there and listen to the little stupid idiot. And you're at the end of the movie, I actually felt exhausted. I was bored. And really, I was just paying attention when Star Fox was on screen because, well,
Yeah, obviously.
but I was
obviously.
bored with it.
Yeah. Now
I was
listen,
bored with it, honestly, by the end.
I just realized
just-
I just realized though, having all the bad guys from 2 in one scene, Joey, it kind of reminds me of that episode of Twisted Metal where they put all the shitty Twisted Metal characters in that bar scene
Yeah. that's
that no one
exactly
cared
what
about,
it
like
is.
Pizza Boy and whatnot. They're like, oh yeah, these are the other characters that they're
Just
not as
throw
big as
them in
Bowser.
there,
Just
dude.
throw them in there. Although it was funny
I
hearing who is it? Louis Guzman as one
Guzman.
of the voices.
I
Okay,
believe,
so
I was just going to say, I believe William Shakespeare summed it up with Macbeth by saying, it's a story full of damn it, sound and fury signifying nothing.
I like to
I messed
imagine that
up with that.
damn it is actually part of that quote.
Ah,
Now,
damn
what did
it.
you think of the boring normal?
I thought it was real. I saw that there were some shots that were like set up
It is.
shots, and I figured like, pre-set up, but I thought it was real, and I was going to send Joey a
I'm
heartfelt message and everything.
Hey, Joey,
And then I
man
saw
up.
him like on
Get over it.
Yeah, that's what I said, Joey.
I'm real. It's
I
real.
did send Joey a text saying I'd be depressed too if I didn't have YouTube Premium. How do you not have YouTube Premium as like a full time? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not
I
And
love
by the
the
way, I
position
accidentally
Joey-
sent that text to Joe Lascola because
True.
I know too many Joes. So I said, so Joe Lascola is sitting there looking at Joey C's computer, me bitching about him not having premium, and going like, "What the fuck does this have to do with me?" And I'm like, "Sorry, not meant for you. Not meant for you." Anyway, continue your thoughts on the boring normal.
Well, like I said, I was going to send him like a big heartfelt text message and like, hey, I feel similar ways. I felt and I've said pretty much the exact same thing, just not on video camera. And it doesn't get any better when you approach 39. But then I saw him on one of his streams with the Red Dead Redemption thing, and he's like, "Oh, most of that was scripted." And I was like, "Wait, I didn't know you played a Blair Witch Project on us."
I don't think it was that fake. I think it was based on real feelings that he had, but it's not like.
it's just
I
like,
love the position Joey's in now. He's like, I swear to God, I am sad sometimes.
I'm sad, dude.
It is. It's the fact that here's the problem, Joey. You said documentary. I would just change
That's
that.
fair.
What?
I would
And it's-
probably change the documentary part because
Yeah.
then it does feel a little like again the Joaquin Phoenix thing. Like
Well,
a
I mean, to be fair, like a documentary is scripted, right?
yeah.
but-
Okay. All right. That is. Again, literally last
But a
night we talked
documentary
about
is
Hulk
based on
Hogan's
facts.
documentary. It wasn't very accurate, especially if you know about Hulk Hogan. You're like, wait, none of this is making sense.
It's true.
So
So,
I'll give
that's
you that.
my
I'm-
argument towards that. And like, I wanted people to take it seriously because it is a serious movie.
But
And if I
regardless,
put
you
like
did-
mockumentary,
but Renan, you did relate to it, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
did-
Like
yeah, connected with it. So it did
something
something. Yeah.
that they actually said, and like, oh, I felt that,
I think here's the thing, Renan. I think you still should, right? Send me a heartfelt message and send it to me so I can read it, right? I think you should still do that. You got to support local artists here, make me feel better. I'm sad. I'm real. Look at me. I pinched myself. I had a toothpick in my fucking thing. What do you think I am? Or a toothbrush, whatever we went 2 hours and nobody said nothing to me. Come on.
Renan,
What
did you
the
notice?
fuck?
Did everyone notice the toothbrush in his headphones?
I noticed it. I thought it was like Yeah, all the kids are doing that these days.
I didn't think
Put toothbrush in your
nobody in
bandana.
the port chat said it. Nobody. I'm utterly shook, man.
You're a trendsetter. You're a trendsetter. Anyway, Renan, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a patron. Thank you for getting all furry for us tonight. Plug your book. Plug your book. Where do you find your books?
Amazon.com. There's the Power Penguin Saga. They'll just look up the origin of Power Penguin and the Humanthro Condition. Humanthro Condition. Those are my comic books. You'll find it on Amazon.
Nice.
All right. Check those out. We're going to go through the rest of the super chats. Thank you again. Let's see here. Oh, good. Pico Jet Black for $5. Panel. Thoughts on Tony while wearing a black shirt with his floating head looking like a bloated Italian Jambi the Genie from Oh, son of a bitch. It is all black. I got to put a light. I gotta put a light in front of the black couch to give me some more backlight. I do look like I'm floating. Like,
not necessarily a problem.
It's a problem. Anyway, do you guys have thoughts on that?
No, he paid you, but he insulted you.
I think I shared my thoughts. It's not necessarily a problem.
Okay,
it might be a problem.
Followed up with please review the original Planet of the Apes movies. I should go back. I did all the modern ones with Logan from Videoville. I should go back and watch the original ones.
Those old ones are fun. Very convoluted timeline.
Yep.
Yes, I know you did it. You did a whole timeline thing on those, right?
That's right.
Maybe the three of us will do what is the best original Planet of the Apes.
I would be down for that.
And then Tim Burton will get his own.
I can finally be redeemed after missing the what is the best modern Planet of the Apes.
True. Pico Jet Black for $5. Tony with his unwashed hair and beard. I literally took a shower right before the cut. With his unwashed hair and his beard connecting and receding hairline, trying to look like plump Darkseid to get cast by James Gunn for the DCU.
Wow.
And then he does the fucking opening of Full House. Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but just raining around the bend and blah, 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 blah. Please review the High School Musical movies. Also, Pico. I think I'm gonna
first one's good.
Skip that. This one's important. Isaiah Villa for $5. Yo, Scaramouche Fandango Pizza. That's how you know he's a Daywave or Revenge of the Sis fan. When is the next Blade Boys? Good question. I'm gonna message them later on or tomorrow to set up another Blade Boy shoot. But also, Lena reviewed this on her channel. There was a movie that came out recently called Night Patrol about vampire cops. And it stars Justin Long and wrestler CM Punk. And I feel like that's right up that's right up the Blade Boys' alley. So I'm going to ask them if they want to do a main channel review on that. But yeah, I want to finish Blade Boys this year. There's other bonus series I want to do, but I'm real committed to finally finish Blade Boys. I did not realize how bad that fucking show was going to be. Like, it was so nice, me and Pessy reviewing that A Breed Apart movie, because we're like, thank God it's just not Blade. It's not the Blade TV series for once. But yes, everyone get whatever last minute super chats in. Joey C. What do you got next coming up on your channel? I saw you did a Haunted Mansion review for the game.
I did like a whole video essay review on the Haunted Mansion video game that's based on the 2003 Eddie Murphy Superior Haunted Mansion movie, but it's not based on that movie. Very similar to how the 2004 Starsky and Hutch game is not based on the 2004 Starsky and Hutch movie, but the TV show. It's an incredible game. Best movie.
Remember that when you do your Starsky and Hutch timeline.
Yes,
exactly. After that, I got a video coming out on Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, The Secret of S River.
Wait, did I give you that tape?
No, you didn't. So I have to remember to get it.
Son of a bitch! Why didn't you remind me when you were here? I
also forgot. Tony, we showed up. We were both sick. We were both hungry. We were loopy.
You also forgot to give me like 3 years worth of merch. I was supposed to leave with a big bag of mugs or whatever.
You didn't put your
I'll make sure we remember.
I don't have the Patreon merch on me. They print it and they ship it. Just put your address in Patreon.
I don't want people to know where I live.
God damn it. Gil, what do you got coming up?
Hi, big news. This is actually another sort of anniversary because I think a year ago on the live stream, I said that I'm splitting the channel. But then after that, I unsplit it. I was like, let me give it one more shot. And the analytics, the algorithm were like, you idiot. This is 2 channels. So one take from now on is only timelines. You won't hear a joke. You will never hear my opinion. No personality. You won't even know my name. If you want my
What?
If you want my opinions and analysis, that's all going on a separate channel now. It's called @GilExplainsMovies. And this time I'm serious. I unlisted like 50 videos on one take, and I'm going to slowly roll them out over on the new channel. But I'm also doing new videos. I just did one on Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I did one on Ready or Not 2. And I am imminently releasing a compilation of all my 28 days later, weeks later, years, Bone Temple 2-hour video covering all of them. That'll be out tomorrow.
Okay, I'm posting the link right now in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
So everyone go subscribe to that channel, please. Am I not
Doing it
subscribed?
now.
I'm subscribed now.
Hey.
Yeah, so everyone subscribe to that. And oh god, here we go. Pico Jet Black, Tony, thoughts on Tony's hetero film Revenge of the Sis. That is the name of my friend's YouTube channel. So I will not be making or naming a film that because it's already taken, and that's the only reason I want to do it. But yeah, that's it from us. Everyone, thank you for watching once again. Like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I have to edit me and Gil talking about Punisher 89 because it's the end of the week, and I haven't even started yet because I was doing all these live reviews. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, sign up for that Patreon. Get that Mortal Kombat Annihilation commentary track. And we'll see you all later. Goodbye.